everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Dolphins, in today's game, it's a battle between two teams who come in with opposite win-loss totals on the year. It's the Colts going up against the Dolphins.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. He'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, Love. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. That touchdown certainly a welcome sight. Remember, they were shut out last week. They talked to us about getting early momentum. Well, here you go in the opening quarter.
Got to rebuild confidence because when you get shut out, I don't care how strong you are mentally, you've got to take a step back and say, okay, what just happened here? Because nothing that we were doing worked well enough to get into the end zone. And that's a nice confidence-building drive, one that puts it in the end zone to give them an opportunity.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Goff. And his first pass is incomplete. Not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Second down now after the incompletion. Goff now to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll make it third down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Here's Goff. And that's incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Shifts by him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And to give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Barkevius Mingo charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. 3rd and long. It's Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. On 2nd down, here's Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Going to give this time to the tailback. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Here's Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On second down, here's Goff. Going deep here for Stitt. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. From the 50, it's Goff. Going deep here for Parker. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now gone. And that will be incomplete as well. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on second down is Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he comes back with one complete. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Now it's gone. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Goff now looking to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for... And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Here's Locke. Forced out to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The toss play to Mixon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Again, it's Mixon. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.